I was a survivor of the Indian residential school. I was put on a plane at the age of 5 and sent off to Brantford for a whole year. And then I ended up in Letuk Residential School for 9 years. And that really separated me from my parents, from my culture, from the land. I had to go back and relearn my language, my culture, my ways. And it does affect the people. It does affect the families, and it takes years, for healing.
For reconciliation to work and for a relationship to be renewed, there must be awareness, acceptance, apology, atonement, and action.
If you notice on the TRC logo, at least what I perceive there is a circle of fire. In the analogy of that fire, ring of fire, you are the fire, and I am the fire. And together we make the circle.
Alors, juste pour dire qu'on a une liste d'invités distingués c'est vraiment un privilège d'être avec eux aujourd'hui.
Toutes les questions importantes que nous abordons, depuis l'approbation des médicaments jusqu'à la légalisation du cannabis, en passant par la sécurité des consommateurs, doivent continuer d'être examinées du point de vue des Autochtones. En fait, les questions autochtones occupent plus que jamais une place importante dans notre travail à Santé Canada.
La Commission de la vérité et de la réconciliation a demandé au gouvernement de sensibiliser leurs employés à l'histoire des peuples autochtones et aux séquelles des pensionnats autochtones. Aujourd'hui, nous avons la chance de recevoir un groupe d'éminents Canadiens dont leurs connaissances nous aideront à mieux comprendre ces importants enjeux.
Je crois que ce sera un dialogue vraiment important pour écouter comment on peut engager la communauté autochtone partout pareil au Canada pour actionner tous les appels d'action de la Commission de vérité et réconciliation canadienne.
I'm so excited for this event. First of all, I'm a First Nations public servant, and it means a lot to me to see that the health portfolio is beginning to have these types of talks to discuss reconciliation. It's been a long time coming.
Abel Bosom, Grand Chief of the Cree Nation and Chairman of the Cree Regional Government. For me, reconciliation is about resetting the button. For me, it's about looking at the past, acknowledging that we've made mistakes in the past in all the different sectors, and then resetting that button and starting to work together, working on what the new government institutions should be, what the economic development partnership should be. So it's a new approach to, going forward.
My name is Brenda Reynolds, and I'm the former TRC Health Support Liaison. One first girl came forward and spoke her truth about being sexually abused. The constable and I would be interviewing and finding out what had happened. 17 times that happened that one night. 17 girls disclosed. And I was a young social worker.
My name is Cindy Blackstock. I'm a member of the Gitxsan First Nation, and I'm the Executive Director of the First Nations Child and Family Caring Society. Reconciliation at its center is really about, for me, fundamentally two things. It is about respect, and it is about love.
I'm Natan Obed. I'm the president of Inuit Tapui Kanatami.
Reconciliation is a really difficult concept for a lot of Canadians. And it's also a difficult concept for us as Indigenous peoples as well. Because reconciliation isn't just about the relationship between Indigenous peoples and non-Indigenous peoples in this country. It's also between generations of Indigenous peoples. It's between families of Indigenous peoples. There's a lot of things that have happened in the last 100 years that have driven us apart and are things that we need to overcome.
Listening alone is not enough. And I think that we need to take action. And there are different forms of action, individual, professionally, and so forth.
I would love to see political leaders give the public service not only permission, but support and protection for being insubordinate to bad ideas. We need to stop dehumanizing the impacts through either creation of acronyms, files, that type of thing. And we need to recalibrate our relationship so it's out of that savage and civilized dichotomy.
Reconciliation doesn't happen when we're all the same color at the table. It happens when there's different cultures and the diversity within the Indigenous people. As speakers sitting here, we all come from different tribes and different parts of Canada. And that should be reflective when you're looking at developing policies.
This is an ulu. This is an Inuit women's knife. This item is Inuit specific, but is also evidence-based. It's also globally informed. The idea is that you don't question it. This is ours, and we've made it, and it is a symbol of Inuit culture today in 2018. So I want to make a deal with you that the same principle that you've blindly given me for this, that you can also apply to your work. That when you work with Inuit, you accept that when we come to the table with positions, they're Inuit specific, they're evidence-based, and they're globally informed.
Today we have the capability and we have the leadership, and God help us, we have the money to say to First Nations kids, you are worth the money, you are worth the sacrifice, you're worth us taking down whatever red tape gets in the way of you having a proper childhood. Because we can't say sorry again. I've seen lots of governments come and go, but you all stay around, and if you're able to entrench that spirit of reconciliation by respecting us and falling in love with our kids and making sure that you're really standing up for the public, that reason that you got into the public service in the first place, then a lot of these mistakes from the past won't keep happening. And a lot of kids will grow up to have a healthy and happy childhood for the first time in the history of this country because of you.
En fait, je suis très inspirée par ce que j'ai entendu, surtout dans les valeurs internes de l'espace qui est créatif, le cercle aussi, la référence au cercle, dans les valeurs d'ouverture, de non-biais, d'amour, de compassion.
Une perspective d'humanisme. Et avec la réconciliation, c'est aussi à propos de le respect et de faire ton travail avec de l'amour. Mais je pense aujourd'hui, le message que moi j'ai vraiment capté, c'est qu'au niveau personnel, au niveau individuel, nous avons tous un rôle très important à jouer dans le domaine de la réconciliation avec notre peuple autochtone. Et puis finalement, c'est important à s'assurer aussi que notre fonction publique, finalement, va continuer à jouer le rôle de nous lancer le défi de faire mieux. C'est là. Et puis c'est souvent notre personnel aussi qui vont nous préparer des documents de brefage. Et puis ils ne doivent pas avoir peur de finalement nous présenter des faits.
Part of this is this new partnership and trying to figure out how to speak the same language and what we're all trying to achieve together.